So in my last update video, I really didn't make it clear what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I kind of just said I'm starting another one, and then this channel is just going to be kind of a mystery that I'm just not going to tell anybody what I'm going to do because I'm just cool like that. Which I do apologize for. I didn't really specify what this is going to be happening. Sentences, still don't know how they work. But anyway, this channel, I know I said this is going to be kind of my Let's Play designated channel, and it still, I guess, kind of is, but it's going to be a different kind of Let's Play, I guess. Kind of, not really, I don't know, don't judge me. I'm gonna, instead of just doing normal, like, you play a game from start to finish, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Instead, it's gonna be more like me doing, I don't know what you would call it, I guess like walkthroughs, a little bit, kind of like showing off missions and games and stuff and kind of doing it like that, but not actually focusing on the game as a whole, because it's just, the series drag on for way too long, and I don't think it's really entertaining for anybody to watch. You know, I think really, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. It's hard for me to say, and I'm going to keep my opinion on that to myself. But anyway, so it's probably going to be more stuff like that, and I'm also still going to do races and stuff. In fact, I want to collaborate a lot more with you guys on my review channel as well, but that a little bit less so, because that's a little bit trickier to collab on with a lot of people. But with this channel, I want to start a couple new series. I have a few plans, and I actually wrote something here so I can keep track of my thoughts a little bit better. The first one I want to do, this is kind of an homage to Arrested Gaming, and I guess a little bit to Peanut Butter Gamer on his channel. I guess it's kind of a mix of what they both do. A little bit, I guess, actually. I don't know. I get a lot of my ideas from other people because it always looks like so much fun to me. But it is the One Chance series that Arrested Gaming does, but it's kind of more so like the hardcore series that Peanut Butter Gamer does on his gameplay channel. So there's a lot of different things you could check out if you want to see kind of what this series is about. But the thing is, I need people for it. It's going to be basically, what I want to do is run through various games, hard, not super hard games, but, you know, decent hard games, like, you know, Dead Island, Castle Crashers, things like that. But what I want it to be is if you die, you just don't play anymore. That's just how the game goes. You just stop playing, and then the other people continue playing, which could be kind of an interesting take on it, you know. And then what happens is if everyone dies, the series ends. And our goal is just going to be to beat the game. So I guess for Arrested Gaming, he does it with just himself, but he tries to beat the game from start to finish. With Peanut Butter Game, I'm like making examples of this. I always drag on when I talk. But on Peanut Butter Gamer's channel, what he does is he does various things in a game. So his goal is not necessarily to beat a game, it's just to do something within it with all those people. So it's a little bit shorter on his end. Mine will be playing a game from start to finish, but more than likely, I don't imagine us ever really finishing a game. The other thing with this too is if I die, even though, because this is my channel, but if I die, the series will continue still, I just won't be in it. And then I guess from there, if the other people want to just, you know, keep going, they're allowed to keep going and try to finish the game, because that's how it works. And then I guess they just keep going until they finish. And even if there's just one person left, I guess they could always try to finish it if they don't want to, you know, if they're lonely and just bored, they can just kill themselves in the game. But, you know, what's the fun in that? You gotta finish what you start. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, a couple games I want to do with that is like Dead Island, Castle Crashers, I don't know what else there is, like Left 4 Dead maybe, stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's still kind of young, but if, you know, it's something I kind of want to do. Another thing I want to start doing is, you know, I've been doing race series, but I want to expand on that. You know, when I do races against people, I want to start adding console games into this. So like Super Mario 64, Wind Waker HD, you know, things like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun to add that stuff into this. You know, that could be a little interesting than, you know, just racing really small games that are 4 episodes long. But I'm still not opposed to that. If that's something, you know, one of you guys would want to do with me, just kind of a small race that's like, you know, an hour long, you know, kind of like my Super Mario Land races have been so far. One Super Mario Land race. I did one on another channel, but that's, you know, bleh. I don't know why I made that sound. But anyways, yeah, so if any of you guys want to do anything like that, just let me know. I have an Xbox and a Wii U, so there's a lot of different games I could do for that. And also, another kind of race series I want to start is racing. I just dropped my pen. There's a racing series with actual legitimate racing, like Trials Evolution and Mario Kart Wii. The whole, I think of this is just, we don't really have to do a ton of episodes in it. I want to make it really interesting, though, and I want to take this really to the next level. I want to have people on it just for like 1 or 2 episodes, but I want to have them as recurring guests. They'll be on one episode, be like on episode 1, then on like episode 4, and then I kind of want to keep track of the records we have, you know, our wins and losses and all that, and I think that'd be a lot of fun to do, just to kind of see who sucks and who's good. You know, I think that'd be really interesting, you know, just to kind of see who's at the top and who's not. And the cool thing about this is with Trials, you can only have 4 people. With Mario Kart, I believe you can have up to 12. I'm not too sure about that, but I believe it's up to 12 people, multiplayer, with friends. If I, have enough friends to get 12 people. I'll probably never want to do 12 people. That's a lot of people to handle for this. But, I think 4, 5, maybe 6, would be a good round to hit. I'd also like to do, 1v1 and stuff like that, too. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. Excuse me. So, if you're interested in doing those, I also want to do games like Mario Kart 8 later on, too, when that game comes out, but it's not out yet. I know there's like Sega Sonic Racers game. I don't have those, but they're like $20. So if people would be interested in that, I'd be willing to pick that up too. Again, I'm just kind of spewing these out. I haven't really put too much thought into them yet, but it's something to consider later on. And I'm sure if anyone's interested in these, we could talk about it later. With that said, another thing I want to do, other versus type videos. For the most part, when we do versus like this, I've been talking a lot about races, like those types of games, and then racing like actual stories, but not together. I want to start doing like fighting games and stuff like that. Fighting games, maybe even like sports games or something, just kind of a wide variety of stuff. So I'm thinking games like Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I will destroy anybody who sucks at that game. But if you're good, I probably will lose. But that's okay, because whatever. And then also games like NBA 2K14, 2K13, stuff like that, stuff to kind of expand. I want to try to do a variety of stuff. I'd even really be that. I hate grammar. I'd even be willing to do games like Call of Duty, just expand your horizons. I'm not much of a Microsoft guy or a Sony guy. I will be getting the PS4, by the way. I thought I should throw that out there. But I'm more of a Nintendo guy, but I do have a few Microsoft games that I'd be willing to play. Last but not least, the last project that I want to do is collaboration projects. Now this is going to be a full playthrough, but it's going to be with multiple people, so there's more entertainment there. And I'm thinking of games like Dead Space 3, Fable 2, Fear 3. This is more like 2-player games, because I feel like that wouldn't work with the, one chance series where like if you die, you're out. Because if you die once, then you're alone, and that doesn't work as well. So those are more like 2-player games. In games that, there's a higher chance of dying, especially in games like Dead Space 3 where you kind of want to die, to show off kind of the funny death, not funny, kind of gory death animations, but entertaining death animations, I should say. So, that's something I kind of want to do. Next. So that's pretty much all the, projects that I want to start doing. I know that's kind of a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of stuff to take in. I'll probably put stuff in the description so it's easier to read. And again, if you're interested in doing this, just post a comment or message me. Some of you guys have my Skype. I need a lot of people. So, and I don't care if it's, I really don't care what channel you do. I don't care if you even have a YouTube channel. I want to work with a lot of people. So I'm really excited for this because I want to expand. If you make music on your channel, then come play video games with me. That makes sense, and I'm totally for that because I want a variety. So yeah, I don't think any music people are even subscribed to me. I think I only have like 5 viewers anyway, so poor me. I'm so depressed. I'm so lonely here. I just want some friends. Anyway. But with all this though, I want to mention that I'm going to be uploading less frequently. I know I haven't uploaded in like a week, but I mean this sincerely, that it's actually going to not be daily uploads. I know I tried to do that for a while and then I stopped, but there's no way that's going to continue for sure ever now. That's gone with the wind. I'm hoping to upload 2 to 3 times on this channel, depending on the amount of content I have, but there's really not going to be no schedule for it. If I have to take a week off to focus on my other channel or schoolwork or whatever, I'm going to do that. I'm just saying 2 to 3 weeks is kind of a rough estimate. It'll probably be never more than 3 times a week, and I'm hoping I can get at least 1 up a week. And I say that because the new channel that I made, This Mike Plays Games, is kind of my primary channel now, I've decided. I want to put more focus on those projects, but since those ones are kind of, they're fun to make, but they're kind of dull to make at times because a lot of it's just editing. It's not really much playing the game. It's more just, focusing on Vegas. I still want to have this other series so I can focus mostly on the gameplay. But since this is my other channel, and I want to try to upload on that once every week, maybe, I would say 10 days. My goal is to upload 1 video within every 10 days, because those videos are relatively hard to make. And that is the schedule that I do plan on sticking to. So, it's a little bit more complicated with this channel, though, the channel that I'm on right now, because I'm not going to have a schedule for it, And I want to put more editing into these videos, too, kind of skip around when there's boring stuff. You know how it works, you know how I... So yeah, so this channel will remain here. I'm not going to delete this channel. I'm not going to stop uploading on it. It's just going to be a totally different kind of videos. That's all. So, like I said, I know I kind of dragged on, and I know I sounded kind of sporadic. I had a thing here with notes, and I still struggled to speak. I guess I just suck at speaking, that's all. It's okay, it's okay. I'm learning. So if you're interested in doing any of these, let me know. I will see you guys later. One last thing real quick. I should have mentioned this before, but just gonna try to say this real quick. The Kingdom Hearts Let's Play is probably not going to be continued. I know I always said when I start something I want to finish it, but it doesn't go with the flow anymore. And like I said, it really was not getting any exposure anyway. I think maybe 2 people will be sad that that's not going to be continuing anyway. So I just kind of figured I'll just drop that and just completely transform this channel now. So sorry if you were watching that, if you were one of the, never mind.